What is up, everybody? Welcome back to another video. So today I'm going to be talking about how to make your own template. As you guys can see right here, for your cutout for your shifter. Obviously, if you guys buy AUTOONE, you will get this one right here. That's the exact same one. If you buy the replica or aftermarket one, you do not have this template. A lot of people have been reaching out to me saying, hey, how do I get that? What do I have to do? So I made a copy out of it. So obviously you want to get cardboard or construction paper will help you a lot. I was lucky enough and I put a story on my Instagram and somebody had it and they sold it to me. So this is how I was able to actually have one and make a cutout. Hint, and giving you guys a little bit of detail. This is not true to size. When I installed it, I want to say 90% of it helped me and 10% was on my own. Essentially, when I installed it, a lot of these little areas I had to kind of like make them wider myself. So I mean, at least it gets you started and it gets you on the path. The rest, it's on you because you're just going to be manipulating, so that way the shifter clears once you're installing it. These bolts hole right here, if you guys have an automatic, the rip nut or that little thing sticking out is not going to be present, but at least you'll have the spot where it is supposed to be. So at least as long as you find the center, you'll be able to actually drill them. The top one, I'm not sure about manual, but these were non-assistants at low. So obviously when you lay it down and you have the measurements, it gives you a quick guide or where to go, and that way you can just drill it and then go from the bottom. It was tricky to do on my own, but I was able to get it done. I am somewhere in the video, I'll link somewhere around here, I'll link when I did mine, so you guys can see from start to finish how I did it. But yeah, I'm sorry if I'm a little bit confusing. Always reach out to me down in the comment box for questions on what I did or what measurements. But disclaimer, if you know, I did my best in the video, as you guys will see, to measure and give you guys kind of like a rough of where to go. Obviously on this area right here, it bottlenecks, and you guys will see the measurements. It was hard for me to get every measurement, so I just only got the top and bottom, but as you guys can see, it bottlenecks. So yeah, so pretty much this side might be a little bit difficult for you guys if you attempt to make your own template based off the measurements that I'm providing over the video. And I'm sorry if it messes up, but I did my best to help you guys out. I'll see, maybe if later in the future, maybe I can just make a copy of this and maybe post it or something for sale. I don't even know what to do yet. That way, maybe if you don't want to try your own, you can just hit me up and maybe later on just revisit the video. I'll see maybe about putting a link so that way you guys can go and buy it. I'm not sure what I'm going to do yet because I don't even know how much to charge for this or what would be like the shipping costs or how to even package it. So that's something I want to be brainstorming as I go. But I went ahead and did the measurements for you guys right here. You know, sorry, you guys will see in the next clips you know, how I'm explaining. So I hope it helps, and I apologize for any confusion, but this is what I was able to do. All I did was just pretty much measure spots to give you kind of like a rough idea on how to do it. And remember, this is going to be covered up, so as long as you don't butcher it, it's going to be good. But essentially, the guide, like I was telling you guys, the guide got me 90% there, 10% is on you. So at least it gives you a starting point for a guide on where to cut and what to do. But when I was trying to put the shifter, it was not going, so I had to cut a little bit or kind of like bend in order for it to fit, and that's how I was able to do it. But further ado, let's get right into the video. All right, everybody, bear with me. Please hold the constructive criticism. I did my best to measure this out for you guys. A lot of you guys have been asking me for the template for the cutout. Obviously, you can only get it with AUTOONE. The budget one, for some reason, does not bring it. So how was I able to do it if I only got the budget one? So here we have the AUTOONE one, and I actually bought this from somebody online. And this is kind of like a copy that I made. And yeah, so I don't know, maybe possibly posting them up. My scanner does not fit in my scanner for me to actually make a PDF out of my scanner. I apologize for that, but I did take some measurements. Might be a little bit I guess you can say a little bit inaccurate, but this will get you guys started. Obviously, when you install it or you put the template, it's not going to be straightforward. I know when I did it, I had to cut a little bit more than what the template was asking me, but it gives you the best and quickest guide to get going. And then obviously, if you guys have a automatic that you guys are going to do manual, these bolts right here are pretty much kind of like non-existent, but when you look at the chassis, you'll see that the template is there, kind of almost like, you know, like it's meant for like a cutout. So don't worry about these will kind of be there in a way. If you have manual, they're going to be there regardless. So this is kind of like a guide, but at the same time it's not if you're already manual. These ones up here, you're gonna have to drill out. I don't think there's anything with these ones from when I was doing it, but again, I went to automatic. So but yeah, let's get started on the measurements, and I apologize for any confusion or lack of description on my part, but I'm doing my best to help you guys out, and this is, I guess, the quickest way, easy free way for you guys to make your own template. So obviously you want to start out with either getting cardboard. That'll be the best. I mean, it is flingy, but it's also sturdy, or you can get construction paper. That's kind of nice, almost kind of like this, which, you know, it's kind of cardboard, but it's also very, very maneuverable and flingy, but it's good. It's good. Do not use paper. Paper will mess you up by far. So all right, I started explaining. So I'm gonna explain the outside of it, and then I guess we can go and I'll explain to you a little bit of turmoils or the difficulties that I found while measuring this up. So obviously you're gonna start out doing the height, I guess, or the length. So it's gonna be 13 inches and 3/8. So that's gonna be the height, and then the width is gonna be 5.5 inches. So start out with right there, kind of like a right triangle, and then the next one's gonna be this side, which is gonna go up, and you're gonna go up 9 inches and 3/4. Once you do that, go to the top here. It's gonna be 2 inches and 1/4, and then from there get a ruler or a straight edge or something and kind of like draw this out, and then now you're going to have your measurements for the outside. It's going to be closed. Moving to the inside, what you're going to be doing is so from the height of it, obviously, but it varies on each side. So what you're going to do is you're gonna do this side first. Well, yeah. So you're gonna come up 3/4, and that's gonna be the length from the outside to the inside, 3/4. And then you're gonna go in 11/16. Now you have your set limits to start. And then you're gonna go up. It's gonna be 8 inches and 5/16. All right, so the next thing you're gonna do this side, and I went ahead and added it because it wasn't in there. And what you're gonna go up from here all the way in here is going to be, well, let's start out this. So to go inside, on the bottom, it's kind of weird because it bottlenecks, but I know the measurement that I got was 9/16, and as you keep going up, it bottlenecks all the way to 7/8. So just be cognizant. Mark 9/16 here, and then 7/8 on this side. And then you're gonna go up, and it's gonna be 10 inches and 1/4. But remember, kind of like bottlenecks a little bit. So as you keep going up, it obviously moves in measurements, and it almost gets thicker and thicker as you go up. So that's the only annoying part of it. And then from all right, so I apologize. I was editing and I noticed that I might have deleted a clip or I forgot something, but here we have the schematic drawing that I did with the measurements, and what I seem to forgot, which I don't know, it's this part right here. So once you close this out, it's gonna be 2 inches and 1/16, so you guys can see in there from right there. And obviously this measurements were already provided, so all you do is a straight edge or a ruler and just kind of like connected. And there you go, that's pretty much completing the inside for the shifter plate, I guess you can say guide. All right, so to get the holes here and here and here and here, bear with me, it was a little bit annoying, and all I did was just trying to find the center of the hole. That's pretty much what I tried to do. The measurements for the holes, and the holes always double check, because obviously you're going to have these ones regardless if you don't have the kind of like the rip nut or whatever on it, because obviously automatic does not have it. These ones, I don't believe you're going to have it at all. So I mean, I don't know about manual, but I know automatic you're not going to have these measurements. So I'm sorry if I'm explaining these ones weird, but all I did was just trying to find the center of it. So essentially the way I found the center, I went from outside all the way to this side, and I did a little dot at 1 inch and 5/8, and then I kept on going, and then at 4 inches and 3/16 I made another dot. So that was my dot right there, and then I went up, and it was 3/8, and that kind of like centered it for me, and then that right there was my center. And then I did the same thing for this one, went 3/8 up, and then that was my center. So that's how I was able to find the center of these two. I guess the other thing you can do is you can probably go off of this one and then find the measurements for this one, but I mean, I already gave you the measurements here. Then for the inside, for the top one, it was a little bit tricky. So what I did was I went down. Well, let me do this one first. So I went this side and from outside inside, and the first hole I got, which is right here, this is to find the center of the hole so that way you can drill it, was 13 and 16s from outside inside. That was my first measurement. And then obviously from the top to bottom, it was a half, and then that's how I was able to get my center of the hole. And then going all the way, obviously from top to bottom, it's going to be half. That's to find the center, and then it was 2 inches exactly to find the center of this one. So from here to here, 2 inches, made a little dot at 13/16 starting out. I made another dot, and that's how I was able to find the center of it so I can drill it. Be cognizant, measure. You could have to maybe use a stepper or something to make the hole a little bit bigger, but remember I usually use 10, I believe it was like 10 millimeters for these ones. Usually the kit already has like Allen bolts, so you should be good. Just use the Allen bolts it brings. And yeah, so that's roughly the measurements that I was able to whip up for you guys. I'm not sure if I'm missing anything or if I butcher anything, but like I said, I'm sorry if it's not the greatest or I didn't explain correctly. I know I'm going to get a lot of heat because obviously the way I explained things might have been a little bit weird, but this is essentially the measurements for you to have your own cutout to make, so that like when you buy those kits, obviously the way you want it is this opening here will be on the driver's side, and then this one would be on the passenger side. That's the way the template goes, and that's the way you're going to do it. So yeah, I'm going to put the link up here for the video if you guys are interested in how I did it. And yeah, so hopefully it helps out somebody. I hope I didn't forget anything. I'm going to re-watch the video, and if I forgot anything, I'm going to go back and record it. But yeah. Alright, so you guys made it to the end. Like I said, apologize if I'm going to get heat for it. You know, oh, like you didn't explain this right, or no way, or what is this? Or there's always some feedback, constructive criticism that comes with it. I had somebody complain about, you know, why didn't you use a tripod or put force stand in it? And I mean, obviously I was trying to freeball it by just having it like that. I guess it pissed him off. He didn't like it. But I mean, I have it on the tripod right now because I'm obviously just talking to you guys, not moving. But there's always going to be heat, and I'm sorry. I did my best. There's no videos out there like this. Nobody explaining this, nobody even talking about this. At least I'm shedding some light and giving you guys some options, because the budget one does not come with this, unless it does, and I don't know, but last time I checked it didn't. So wrapping everything up, we show you guys measurements step by step on how to create your own template. Obviously, disclaimer, do your due diligence, and use common sense when you're making yours and cut it, but at least I got you to the right path, where I give you a guide on how to do it yourself. If you guys don't want to buy this, which I don't even know what I'm going to do, but obviously you can only get this through KToone. But if you guys are fortunate enough and know somebody that bought the KToone one, or you do a post and you find somebody and they're willing to sell it to you, then by all means, I got lucky, because the guy said, hey, I don't know, I might toss it out, but I'll check the garage. He hit me up and said, hey, I have it, you want it? And I think it was like 15 bucks, and I got this. So yeah, that's gonna conclude the video, guys. I hope it was helpful. I hope I did the best at explaining. So guys have any concerns, hit them down in the link box, in the comment box below. And yeah, so I don't know, doing my best to help you guys. So I'll catch you guys in the next video.